Hi Aquarius. So we have the Ace of Raphael, the Five of Raphael, and the Peace card. A new beginning, right? Brand new emotional experience coming in. Something that has a potential for a wonderful sense of satisfaction, emotional contentment, play, joy. We have this idea of change with this Five of Raphael. Some grief, associated with it a little bit. Knowing that there's a reason that things happen in the way that they do. And then the peace. Could be a transformation. For some of you, it could be. I'm going to say, for some of you, I'm getting this idea that, the kids have gone off to school. I'm really drawn to this idea of the kids running off. Kids have gone off to school, empty nest kind of syndrome. But there's all this potential, but you're kind of feeling the grief of that. You're transforming, your family's transforming, this kind of feel to it. For a small number of you. For others of you, it's going to be something completely different, obviously, but you can recognize the energies as they come in, something new, a new emotional experience coming in, a sense of confusion a little bit and grief, knowing that there's a silver lining, but not sure, what it is yet. And you're transformed because of it. There's an ending that occurs in some fashion in your life. And it is leading you to something new in January, release the past. There's a more enriching future coming. Let go and let God. So, but you are building something because we have the builder card under the deck here. Your innate ability to build and create brings you a deep sense of accomplishment. And he's looking right at the peace card as I see it here. And so that major arcana card, the peace card, it's a big transformation. It doesn't just start and stop like in the month of March. I mean, it's an evolution here. We're looking at this 10 of Raphael kind of in that, what I would kind of consider the more recent past, this idea of the fullness of emotional contentment with the family. And then the growth of that as it tips into something new, the evolution of that tipping into something new. And if it's not family, it's friendships and this time of being together, which makes sense after the holidays too. For many of you Aquarius, maybe you're going to have a really, really nice time with your family. And then come January, a brand new beginning begins. You begin to build upon the energy that has been there for you. So it's really, really nicely laid out here for you. All right, but let's talk about the teaching, the spiritual teacher, and the animals. The teaching card says you inspire the text of the card, you inspire young people to learn. You heal with your classes, sessions, and seminars. And then we have the animals card. You understand animals and communicate with them intuitively. Trust your inner guidance as the animals are a part of your life's work. For many of you, there may be a career as someone who works with animals in terms of your spirituality, someone who does Reiki on animals, someone who's an animal communicator, or just someone who does body work on animals, or even veterinary type stuff. But I'm really drawn to the spiritual teacher as being you, not necessarily someone that you go to. Although for some of you, obviously, maybe with this kind of sense of grief, it's, you decide to seek out a spiritual teacher to help you understand all of this that's kind of going on, the release, the ending of something, the transformation, this idea of change, something happening with, the five for me vibrates at that energy of instability and change here. And so you seek out a spiritual teacher. But for many of you, I really do feel that this is you. Maybe you've been teaching in the past, like teaching children, and now you're beginning, maybe you're a stay-at-home mom and you're teaching kids, and you've always been a deeply intuitive, spiritual person, and now you're going to bring it out more and more in ways that are right and true for you. Remember, your life purpose, Aquarius, and you know this already, I'm just going to remind you, is never something that you have to go out and seek outside of yourself. It's revealed from within. The more that you tune in and reveal more of yourself to self, and the more that you can kind of do that with a certain degree of consciousness, the more that you begin to live your sense of purpose in each and every moment. And it's going to be different for everybody what that looks like. But for you, Aquarius, right now, there is a very strong push towards teaching what you know intuitively already. Not so much that you have to go out and get an education to become a teacher, but it's about teaching the spiritual gifts that you have within you and bringing them out into the light to share with others. And when you do that in a way that's very authentic for you, people connect to that. They connect to your authenticity. They connect to your enthusiasm. And and the light within you. And that's really going to be sort of illuminated during this time period. And it often happens when we go through a period of growth or, difficult times, because we tend to go more within. We tend to connect more with the divine and our spirit guides and guardian angels when we're feeling that sense of grief and change, letting go, big endings, that kind of thing. But you are building. You're building upon this. It's not just a door closes and that's it. You are building upon the ending that has occurred, whatever that is for you. If it hasn't happened yet, it looks like there is something that you're building toward ending during this time frame. And then your connection to animals. I will also say that, your life purpose isn't always about career, obviously. A lot of people work to earn the money for their families, and then they also have what they feel is their sense of purpose in the world. But they don't have to be separate, And I think you know this already, Aquarius, and you're beginning to incorporate more of your sense of purpose with the way that you make money, if you're not already doing so. But this also can be referring to when you have this sense of loss, which happens with the Peace card and with that Five of Raphael, and turning towards animals and the animal kingdom can really bring you comfort. And it may also be that you bring animals to people who are undergoing a death experience or an experience where they are transforming through illness and things like that. So that's also at play here for you. And the idea in the area of how you sort of generate income from a past, and we're looking at this idea of the past life, a specific past life experience during this time period that may be influencing how you are generating money or how you have been generating money up to this point. Maybe not actually just about this particular time frame, but coming into this time frame up to now. And we have this idea of communal living. And so this is a very interesting card, especially because we have this teacher card. There's often in past societies where it's a communal living type situation, it was as if, there's this idea of fairness, like everyone kind of contributes their part and no one does better than the other necessarily. It's more kind of equal, we're all working in harmony together, but no one person succeeds more than the other. And I think this is an underlying feeling that you have here. But I want to say that there's also a part of you that may be holding yourself back from earning more money because there is this underlying feeling like, well, it's not fair if I earn more. If I make more and I don't work as hard as, this person who's, working, on whatever, what you might consider a more menial job. And so there may be that kind of paradigm in your mind that, it wouldn't be fair if I earn more because this person, they work hard. Why should I get more? And it's not about this idea of fairness. It's about expressing your sense of purpose and then being compensated, right? It's about the abundance that's available to you. And it's not that it's fair or not fair. Your ego will tell you this is fair or this isn't fair. It's just about what you kind of feel you are worthy and deserving of. It's really not about someone else. It's about you. And with this kind of energy as an underlying energy regarding how you generate income, it can be difficult, to kind of break through that. And if you're earning the kind of money that you want to earn and you're fine with that, then that's perfect. There's no right or wrong here. It's just something to think about, something to kind of connect to as a way to consider how you generate money and what might be influencing, the ways that you do generate money. Maybe you give away money as fast as you get it. Okay, I have $100 and there $100 goes out. And what is that about? Is it this idea of you want the community to thrive? But do you want the community to thrive at the expense of you? You can kind of play with it. But I also want to say, because I'm drawn to this builder card here, it's like this builder energy. It's like there may be a part of you too that as a career, as a sense of purpose, that you want to build communal living situations. I have to connect these two for some of you as well. It's I think, Aquarius are very visionary, have a very visionary approach, and there may be a part of you that sees that as something to do, as a vision in your mind. And it may be being influenced by this past life, situation here where everyone lived in a sort of communal harmony. And you don't want to buck this. And going back to how you earn income, you don't want to buck the tradition. You don't want to stand out. You don't want to act as though you are better than someone else. And it's not about being better or worse. It's about abundance, a level of abundance that shows up in all areas of your life. And then what you do with that abundance is up to you. But when you're doing it from a place where you feel filled up with abundance, as opposed to feeling any kind of guilt or shame about it, has a very different energy. So it's just something to think about, Aquarius. There's no right or wrong here. It's just an energy to play with and a paradigm to kind of look at and see if it resonates with you. So anyway, I hope you find that helpful. I wish you much love as always, and I will see you on the next video or at your private reading.